Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. This is going to be on Orient, which is a anime releasing right now, as of right now, just Crunchyroll. And it is a unique anime. I actually enjoyed it. I don't see it being in the top 5, but I do see it maybe top 10. I don't know. It has potential. Now, before I start with my first impressions and my review on the first episode, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There is going to be quite a bit of more first impression coming out this week and weekend as well. So make sure you subscribe so you guys don't miss any of these videos. I do try my best to release as many as possible, and let me know if you guys want to see more of these or not. Also, you guys can check out more reviews and reaction on manga and anime here on my channel as well. Before anything else, also make sure you go check out my social media and how to buy anime and manga in the description below. Okay, this is going to be on Orient again, and it is being subbed by Crunchyroll. I don't think it's going to be dubbed. If it is, it's one of those that they'll leave to the end. Crunchyroll kind of, and even Funimation lately with their dubs, they had a system before COVID where the dub came like 2 or 3 weeks after the subbed, but now it kind of depends on which anime it is. Some animes are right when the sub releases, the dub releases with it, and then some you have to wait like 6 weeks until the dub releases. So there's everything in between as well as, you know, Crunchyroll picking up anime from 2 seasons ago and saying, we're gonna dub this one as well. So I don't know if it's gonna be dubbed. Maybe eventually it will, but Orient for now is 1 episode and it is subbed. It's based on this different world. I don't want to say futuristic. It's not futuristic, but another world where essentially it seemed like red hair. That was the common thing. Red hair people are seen as the superiors in the village, and they're basically trained to become miners, and we eventually learn brainwash to love to mine, and also to have like a superior complex, or, you know, look down at everyone else who they're called Oni killers or Bushi people. And essentially this Bushi people were people that went against the Onis, which were essentially the leaders of the establishment. Now, these boys are trained to basically mine, and at the end of their school year, they essentially going to meet a Oni, and this Oni again is one of their leaders. They never met one, and all these boys kind of imagined let's just say a hot, you know, lady is gonna greet them. Now, in the story, we have a specific boy who, when he was younger, was friends with one of these bushy people who, you know, they're not supposed to be mixing, but he was friends with him and his father, and they essentially made a pact that they were going to make a Bushi clan where they would go and attack Onis, because his friend's father told him that Onis were actually huge beasts that were against humanity, and it's essentially enslaving humanity. Now, they kind of part ways as they grew up, and he meets up with his friend eventually when they're older, and he's like, hey, I'm about to graduate. I really want to I want to bring the gang back together and go, you know, hunt some Onis. His friend neglects him. He says, no, you're crazy. Go back to your school, go back to your life and live it, right? And we learn later why he does it. He does it for a good reason, because he doesn't want his friend to fall into the embarrassment, the humiliation that he goes through day by day because of what he is, you know, Bushi. He doesn't have red hair. He's seen lower than everyone else. He's basically a enemy of the state. So his friend goes, and he goes to the commencement, and he knows something. He knows something's going weird, and they basically throw them into this cave, and everyone thinks they're in paradise. until they see what an Oni actually is. And yes, in fact, the dad was right. It's a huge beast, and they're like, welcome to your paradise. You're gonna be slaves and mine until you die. That's basically their fate. And it's kind of confusing because, you know, you would think the village would know it or would, like, I don't know, fight back against it or something, but they're completely okay with it. So our protagonist obviously starts fighting back, and he picks a fight against an Oni, and after a good few scenes of fighting scenes, his friend shows up as well, and they start attacking Onis left and right, so much that they bring the attention of one of the Oni leaders, who did not show up, but I guess will show up in the second episode. That is, in a nutshell, the first episode. Like I said, it has so much potential. I don't know where they're going with this. If they're gonna stay in the village and somehow save the village from the brainwashing, or if they're gonna go out in an adventure and meet other villages that are falling into the same mentality or same type of enslavement where they're being brainwashed by a small group of people that basically benefiting out of it. So we'll see. Out of 10, I think this one deserves a 6.5. Like I said, I don't think it's up there in the top 5 of the season, at least not for right now, but I do think that it has a potential for it to be a great anime. It doesn't have the best animation per se, but the story itself is pretty good, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out on Crunchyroll. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this. This is my first impression video on Orient, and you guys can check me out on YouTube and other platforms. You guys can check out the description below to see where else you can see me. Guys, thank you so much for your love and support. I'll see you guys next time, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.